Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Cross Creek Classics. Back here today with something a little bit different. We've got a 71 Mustang Mach 1. Local gentleman wanted us to do a few things to it there. We're going to do an oil change, mount a rear sway bar on it, and a couple other odds and ends we're going to get into. He wants to touch base with me and just go over everything. We're going to get it up on the lift, and I believe he wanted Blake to maybe clean underneath of it up while it's on the lift there. So we're gonna get this in the garage and check it out. Blake's giving you a little tour of the inside. We'll pop the hood up here. These hood releases are always pretty cool. You can see it's a 351 Cleveland 4-barrel. Linked to an automatic transmission. It's got some nice options on it. It's got power steering. It's got power brakes on it. Alright guys, let's get it in the garage and get up on a lift and get to work on this thing. So we got Blake in the driver's seat. He's going to start this up and put it up on the lift. Alright guys, so we got our Mustang Mach 1 up on the lift, and as you can see underneath, this is a very nicely detailed car. Got the correct finish on the control arms. Everything has the correct finish on the steering linkage and stuff here, and it gets back here on the floor pans. They got the correct gray slop primer. Depending on what factory these cars are built in, they had the red oxide or the gray slop. So whoever did this car did some research and they put it back the way this was here. I didn't look and see what factory this is built at, but you know, going off what they did, that's what they found. And we have the 9-inch rear end with the correct red oxide center section. So we got to put a sway bar on this thing in the back, and then he wants Blake to give it a nice clean underneath. I guess he got caught in the rain with this and wants to get it looking nice again. So Blake's going to work on this for a little while, and we'll get that done. We'll get the sway bar on, get the oil changed, and we got to do some replumbing with the air shocks too. The air shocks, whoever built the car put the filler on each side right here, so we want to tie them into a T, and then we're going to run it back and put the filler right here under the license plate. There's a little hole here. We're going to utilize that, keep it out of the way, inconspicuous, and he can have both sides air up at the same time. So we'll let Blake get to work and we'll get out of here. All right guys, so Blake has spent some time under here cleaning this up. He's got a little bit more to go. I'm going to work on the sway bar in the rear here. We're going to take a sway bar off. We're going to redo the plumbing here for the air shocks. So that's what we're going to work on. I got the new sway bar here sitting on the horse. We're going to get this apart, or we're going to get this out of the bag, get the other one apart, and get it installed. All right, guys, so I got the sway bar out of the back here. I did have to pull this wheel out, slid the sway bar out to the driver's side, drop it down below the spring, and then pull it out that way. We have them both sitting on the bench here. As you can see, the new one is a lot bigger than the old one was. So, got a couple things I'm going to do under here first before I put this up in here. I still want to wipe these areas down to get it cleaned up, and that's just one less thing out of the way. So we're going to work on getting this cleaned up, and we'll get the sway bar mounted up. All right, guys, so we get this all wiped down in the back here. Got everything cleaned off, and we have started working on the sway bar now, getting the brackets and stuff on. Got the bushings mounted here, and I'm painting the mounting brackets. They were bare steel, giving them a quick coat of the stainless steel paint I use to replicate bare steel so they don't rust. So we got this sway bar all mounted up. One note I want to make here is I took the fuel line off. This is a return line or vapor line or something. I took this off because it was kind of tight in between the sway bar and the body. So took it off, put it underneath, get a little more clearance. Don't want to pinch that off. And you can see I got started messing with my air shock lines here too. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do that. And we got Blake diligently doing a little more cleaning underneath. Say hi, Blake.
Hello.
But yeah, we're moving along here, guys. The sway bar is all done. Just got a couple more things to do underneath the car. We'll put the tires back on, and we're going to mount that air shock filler port right there. So we're going to work on that now. All right, guys. You can see where I put the fill port here for the shocks. I put 20 pound in it for now. We got the tires back on it. And Blake's gonna work on the front wheel wells, getting some detailing up in there done. And you get the oil dropped. We're gonna put some fresh oil in it here and start it up. All right, guys, so I finally got this rear end breather tube that's I've been waiting for. Came in the mail today. This is the whole kit here. We don't need the this part here, but it's about the only way to really order it. This is an AMK product too, so this is concourse correct fasteners and stuff for it. All their products I've ever used have always been pretty good. So we're gonna go get this mounted up and get this finished up. As you can see, here's our breather tube here that comes out of the axle. Blake taped this off so we didn't get any water in here when we were washing underneath. And this tube runs up to this hole here. We're going to utilize this hole for the clip they give you, and then it'll go up inside here. All right, so we got our breather tube all installed. Got the clamp on down here. Got this clip on here. Got it vented inside. And that'll finish up that. So that's about it for under here. We're gonna get it down off the lift and take it for a little ride. Make sure we don't have any rattles or squeaks or anything. Make sure the air shocks are holding up good. So Blake's gonna get the Trans Am out of the way. I'm gonna take the Mustang out here. All right, guys, so we got our test drive all done here. Everything's working real nice. Had it sit overnight. I want to make sure that the couple adjustments I did to the carburetor were good for a cold start. So the owner's gonna come pick us up and take it home and park it for the winter because it's weather's getting nasty out here now. So that's going to conclude this video, guys. Appreciate you watching this. Appreciate your likes and subscribes you give us. We really do enjoy it. We have a lot of fun doing these things. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Later.